all right, listen, you don't get the hairdo today. Okay? Yeah, because for some reason, I have the most courtesy when it comes to the bathroom. If I'm on the bathroom and you come up and you're like, hey, I got to get in there. I could have half a log hanging out of my ass. All right, not to get descriptive. I get off. I get off the toilet. I leave. I go ahead. I have so much courtesy when it comes to the bathroom. Everybody else, for some reason, my stepkids, they're in the bathroom, and I'm like, hey, I gotta get in. I gotta take a piss or something like that. Please hurry. I gotta take a piss. They're in there for 9 hours. It's like, am I the only one that just? My whole life's about courtesy. Like I have a lot of courtesy. I don't know why. Nobody the fuck else does. I'm serious. That's why I'm a firm believer in weaponized farting now. I'm not kidding you. I don't give a fuck anymore. You know, this growing old thing is really, really liberating. When I was a kid, I never farted around anybody. It was horrendous. I never wanted to do that. The idea of hearing somebody fart was disgusting. Now, I don't give a fuck. I fart in front of women now. Women I don't know. I'm telling you right now. I can't wait. When I go to work, I can't wait to fart on somebody. And I'm talking about loud. It's a weapon now. And I just use it indiscriminately. I can't wait till I'm like 80 years old. God forbid. You're going to see something that you've never seen before. Serious. I fucking had it. I'm done being courteous with people. You never get it back. And the more disgusting the fart, the better. I'll go over to a group of my partners at work. They're out, especially if somebody's kneeling on the floor. I'll go right up to their face. I won't go up to their face, but I'll go close by. I haven't got to that point yet. Maybe in another 10 years. You know? Man, oh man. Turn up the POD, huh? Remember POD? What was that song they did? That's not how it went, but write it down. That's a hit. POD. When's the last time you heard POD? POD was good. 90s music, man. I just didn't like the whole... I don't know. That whole We Are the Youth of a Nation, that was like their, that was like their Gangsta's Paradise, right? That was like their We Are the World. I didn't approve of that one. I liked Satellite. Satellite was a good song. Satellite. And that other one, that instrumental. Remember the instrumental? On the Blue album. Yeah. Blue album. How about 311, huh? Yeah, I listened to 311 the other day, mopping the floor. Oh, baby. Let me tell you something right now. 311 was a great band. Instrumentally, those riffs, they were like hypnotizing riffs. These guys were tremendous musicians. Oh, yeah. The thing that blew it for 311 was the rapping. Let's face it. The rapping was kind of, you know. Other than that, 311 was fucking rocking, man. Oh, yeah. 311. 311 POD, come on. Let's get the 90s going again, huh? Get the 90s going again. Let's go cruising. I remember cruising DPA out here at Deer Park Avenue. Going cruising. What, are you kidding me? Load the car up with your friends, gas money all around, go cruising all night long. Did it every summer night down at Deer Park Avenue. Every summer night. Smoking cigarettes, go to Checkers. Oh yeah, Champ Burger. You kidding me? I used to go to Checkers every night. Every single night for, I don't know, over a year. Every night. I remember I dated this girl. Every time I would go to a house before I would go, I'd get Checkers. And then we'd go to a house, and I'd sit in the living room with a family, and we'd all smoke cigarettes and watch Jeopardy. I mean, come on, bring it back. In the house. Remember smoking in the house? Nothing better than smoking in the house. Nobody does it anymore. Oh my God, you'd sit on a couch and watch Alex Trebek. It was a very quiet living room. We were all very dumb. Nobody knew how to answer anything. My father's excellent at Jeopardy. My father must have like super high IQ or something like that. He'd bang it out at Jeopardy. And I'd just be sitting there like, adoy. And my father used to answer correctly. You know, what is, who is, you know. I just try to yell out anything. And you know when you're wrong in Jeopardy? And like you yell out the answer and then you're wrong and you get like red-faced. You get that like, you know, embarrassment. I just stay quiet now. Smoke cigarettes on the couch. They had the big wampin ashtray. It was like a trough. Remember the big orange thing? You could park your cigarettes in there. Park 4 cigarettes in there. You just see those. It was in the house. There was no air turbulence. So you'd see the smoke just going straight up. Oh, it was great. Oh, it was fucking great. Too bad her father was a fucking lunatic. He was a fucking lunatic, man. Man, ex-cop. Every room in the house had a gun. You think I'm kidding you? I remember they went out on vacation. That's a long story with this one. But I remember going in the bathroom and pulling the fucking... it was like a service pistol or something like that in the bathroom drawer. I remember pulling it out and aiming it out the back window of the house. Thinking to myself, it was loaded. I don't even know why I picked it up. I said, I never held a gun before. Let me go for it. I pick it up. I was like, this is how people get shot. And then I got spooked and I put it down. Yeah. Picking up a loaded gun's a hairy thing. It's a hairy thing. Yeah. I remember we picked up these girls down at Deer Park Avenue, right? Seeing this girl for a while. Couple days. So I remember we pick her up from my house. And she had to sneak out of the house, right? And we go down to the beach. It's me, my friend, her, and my friend's girlfriend, right? We go down to the beach and we have beer, liquor. You know, we're drinking down at the beach. And this girl has like 3 drinks and passes out. You know, you got to watch out with girls. So, you know, listen, young girls don't drink. I mean, we didn't drink either. We weren't like expert drinkers, but this girl went out. I was like, oh shit, what do we do now? And they're very innocent, by the way. It's not like we were even drinking to try to, you know, maybe make out or something like that. This was nothing nefarious going on here. Just so you understand that. We weren't smart enough for that yet. No, just kidding. So bring this girl. I said, we got to bring her home. Bring this girl home. And I'm like, what are we going to do? I said, I don't want to just, I got to leave her on the fucking doorstep and ring the doorbell. You know, to me that was like, I said, you know what? I grab her, okay, and I'm carrying her over to her bed. I was going to open up the window, and I was going to, because her bed was like right under the window, I was going to put her through the window, you know, and that way, you know, she has a fighting chance. She's not going to get in trouble. She's not going to get grounded for a fucking week or whatever. And I'm not going to be able to see her again. So I put her up against the side of the house. I open up a window. And I start feeding her into the window. When I hear, kaboom, I hear the front door open. It's her old man. Her old man comes around the corner. Okay, I want you to envision this from a father's perspective. You come outside and you see some dirtbag kid with his hands all over your daughter, and he's sitting there and he's trying to feed her through her bedroom window. He sees me, I see him, and now I'm trapped. I'm between two houses. And there's a fence like this. I'm cornered. The houses are close. With Long Island, these houses, imagine houses next to each other like a sardine can. Where everybody's cramped together here. So I'm trapped. So he sees me. He starts coming at me like, motherfucker, this type of deal. I drop her. She falls. Now she falls down, like slumps over into the bushes. I hear the bushes go. And what am I going to do? I run. Let me tell you something about adrenaline. I was reading this article the other day about this woman in Canada. She heard like a rustle in the backyard, some like screaming or something like that. She goes to a back window. She sees her son, a 7-year-old boy, being attacked by a cougar. The woman runs outside, jumps on the cougar, starts prying at the cougar's mouth. Starts talking in tongues. She said she was talking in tongues. She was so wild out of her mind. Pried the cougars. She said she thought her son was going to die in front of her very eyes. Can you imagine? She starts prying at this animal's mouth. The animal's like, this fucking lady's nuts. And hits the road. Takes her son to the hospital. Full recovery. They sewed him up. He's fine. Listen. I got news for you. In any other circumstance, a person running and jumping on top of a cougar would get them killed. But for some reason, that's why you got to get into that mentality. With other things in life, that crosses over. Because if you see your child, and I this is one of these things where you put yourself in that woman's shoes. Yeah, sure. If I look out the back window and I see if I see my son being attacked by a brown bear, I'm like, oh boy, jeez. That's a tough one. No, I'm going out there and I'm gonna go head first into that bear. There's no question about it. You know why? Because if my son drops dead in front of my eyes, I'm not going to live. I'll be able to live with myself. I'm going to be an alcoholic for the rest of my life. Every moment I'm going to think to myself, you chickened out. You didn't go after that bear. You chickened out. You didn't go after that bear. Now your son is dead. How do you live with yourself? Just knowing that alone, I'm going right after that bear. I don't know what I'm going to do. Go right for his balls. Just start twisting him. You motherfucker. I don't know. But you're going to do that. So think about how that can carry over to everything else in your life. Where does that courage, that adrenaline come from? So anyway, this guy sees me. I fucking run to that fence. And when I tell you, we're talking about 8-foot fence, you know, the 8-foot wooden stockade fence. I ran. I went like this. I grabbed the top of the fence, and I didn't even jump. I want you to understand this. I didn't even jump. My arms, I went like this. I shot myself over that fence like a fucking slingshot. I went so high in the air, my whole entire body cleared the fence. And then I looked, and then I was up in the air like a cat trying to orientate myself. And I went up, over, and I went like this, and I landed flat on my back. And I knocked the wind out of myself. I landed on my back, and it was just like my breath went. You ever get the wind knocked out of yourself? I got the wind knocked out of me 3 times. One time somebody hit me in the chest with a basketball. I went right down. When you get the wind knocked out of you, all the air comes out of your lungs, and then you can't pull it back in. It's one of the most frightening things that can happen to you. One time I was on a seesaw with this girl. I went to the park with this girl. Fucking bonehead things you do. Hey, person I'm in love with. You want to go on the seesaw? We go on the seesaw. And now, I'm 160 pounds at the time. I was a young kid. She's probably pushing 185. No, I don't know. But, we're on the seesaw. And she brings me up. And I'm joking around like trying to get back down. Maybe she had a little mechanical advantage. She was sitting all the way on the back, right? I'm trying to get myself down. She starts shaking the seesaw. And I roll around. I fell off the seesaw like this. Onto my back. Knocked the wind out of myself. And I'm like, on the floor. And she's laughing at me. What the fuck? What the fuck? Anyhow, I go over the fence, I land on my back, I knock the wind out of myself, and I hear this fucking raging bull of an old man coming around the neighbor's house. He's coming, and I'm on the floor, and I can't move. I can't pull another breath in. He gets in the yard. I manage to get up, get a breath in, get up. I run to the next fence, and fucking... he's saying things like, I'm going to rip your balls off. I'm not kidding. I go to the next fence. I do the same exact thing. Adrenaline charged. Over the fence. I land on my back again. Same fucking story. I knock the wind out of myself again. And all I hear, you don't understand the fear and the adrenaline dump that happened that night. And all I hear is I hear him coming again. I fucking run through some bushes. I get out of somebody's yard. I jump through another yard. Next thing you know, I get down to I went all the way down to Sunrise Highway. I cross Sunrise Highway. I jump over the guardrail. I started running. I didn't stop running. Seriously, like a fucking animal for my life. You understand? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Holy Christ. That guy would have got a hold of me. That's it. I'm not messing with a father's rage. Seriously, brother. He would have put me in the hospital. If not, have killed me. I had another encounter with that guy. We got time? Oh my God. Anyway, her father used to work at the Home Depot, right? And she called... This is how stupid this is how stupid youth is. When there's the idea that you're gonna get with a girl. The idea of getting with a girl is so magical, right? This is how stupid you are, right? At the time I had this fucking Bronco. And she calls me up. She's like, come over. And I'm like, come over? What are you, fucking nuts? After what happened with her father? Listen, I'm one of these guys where, listen, something goes down with something. I avoid the place like Chernobyl went off over there. I'm a survivalist, all right? I'm not a risk taker at all. But anyway, this chick was smoking hot. She looked like When I tell you right now, she looked like a young Faith Evans. I'm not even playing games. All right, so this is what we're dealing with here. And I'm the young man. Goofy dope. All right? You think goofy dope now? You have no idea. So she calls me up. She's like, come over. She's like, my father's upstairs. He's passed out. I guess he was drinking like wine or something like that. And I was like, wow, you and your dad have something in common. So I'm like, all right, this could work. I'm trying to change the names here. Let's say your name is Beth. Just in case, I don't know. So I say, all right, I drive my Bronco over there. I park like, I have an escape route this time, right? I park my Bronco like, I don't know how far away. I bring beer. We go in she invites, I go through the door, the side door. We go into a bedroom. Now this is like fucking crazy, right? The old man's upstairs sleeping. We start drinking. Next thing you know, we start making out. Next thing you know, things go like, we're going around the bases here. You know what I'm saying? This is like, first base, second base. We're going around the bases here. Now we got our clothes off. And I hear, Beth at the fucking bedroom door. Now, my instinct, I roll around. She's got this fucking like chair. It was almost like a lounge chair in a bedroom. I fucking kicked the thing right at the door. Door's locked. Door's not locked. Door's got a chair in front of it. I get up. I throw on my shorts, my boxer shorts. I throw on my jeans. I get a shirt on. I don't even get my shoes on. I'm like, jump through the window. I'm thinking to myself, jump through the window. That's what I'll do. Run and jump through the window. This is how I'm going to make it, right? I think the door was locked because he would have just threw the door open, right? She locked the door. He's beating on the door. She goes to open the door, and I hide behind the door like this. She opens the door. He comes busting. Who's in here? He's like this. She opens the door. He comes busting in, and I do like a wraparound, like a cat. I just go around the door, and now it's dark in the house, and I'm running for the front door, and I'm tripping over things. There's like lamps falling over. I'm not playing. I'm just running. And he starts chasing me. You motherfucker! This, that, the other thing. I'm like, ah! I'm a nightmare. I'm in barefoot. I open up. I go to get to the front door. Thank God the front door had windows in the top, so I could see like maybe street light coming through. I knew it was the front door. I throw open the front door. I start running. He bursts out behind me in his underwear. I'm no shoes. And I'm bolting, and he's chasing me for blood. You fucking motherfucker, this, that, the other thing. You piece of shit, if I get you, mama. And let me tell you something. He wasn't getting me. I got news. Right now, you could have put me up against... Who the fuck was the runner at the time? Oh, my God. You could have put me up against anybody. Usain Bolt. There's no way. I was running to survive. It was survival running. So anyway, I get away from him. I double back. Because, I ran. I had to run half a mile. I double back. I hop in my Bronco. I'm like, I'm the fuck out of here. I'm like, I'm never coming back here again. I'm done with this broad. As I'm driving home, it's so foggy out. I wind up taking this way I never took before. It was just so foggy out. And I go down this road. And I remember it being so foggy, you couldn't see out in front of a couple feet out in front of the car. So as I'm driving, I'm looking at the telephone poles, and keep in mind here, I was drinking too. I know. It's so foggy, I can't see what's in front of me. So I'm watching the telephone poles to make sure that I'm staying on the road. I'm like, okay, I'll follow the telephone poles. And now I'm in like an industrial area here. So I don't know where the road's going. So I'm just like, okay, telephone pole, telephone pole, telephone pole. But what I didn't realize is the road crossed through the telephone poles. And I just kept on following the telephone poles. And I went, boom, off the road and up onto fucking train tracks. I swear to God, you don't believe me? We can go there right now and I can take pictures of my Bronco went up on top of the train tracks and stalled. I guess the carburetor flooded or something like that, or the jolt from flying up the curb, then up. We're talking about, how train tracks are up on like a mound of gravel. The truck landed square on the train tracks and the engine shut off. You get it? And I'm sitting there, I was like, it happened so fast. The next thing you know, I'm like, I'm on train tracks? And I thought to myself, oh my God, this is how it happens. I said, what kind of fucking idiot gets hit by a train? And then I'm thinking to myself, this is how it happens. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm like, oh no, this is not happening right now. And I get out. And so in the gravel, my tracks from my truck hitting the gravel and going up, my tracks are still there. So it goes from the road, you're coming down the road and you see tracks going up the gravel. We're talking about, this happened 25 years ago? Those tracks are still there. And I tell everybody every time I drive by, I say, those are my tracks. I'll going up to the train track. And like, yeah, okay. It's true. I get out of the truck in a fucking panic. And I'm like, what do you do now? It's foggy. I don't hear the train. What, I put my head to the rails? I don't go near train track. Even I knew it was a freight train. I don't touch rails. After watching Beach Street, the guy getting electrocuted on Beach Street, that's it. I don't go near train tracks. I jump over them in the street. When you cross, I don't do it. So, I pop the hood. My fucking choke. The choke plate closed from the impact. You remember when you used to have a manual choke? It's a 1975 fucking Bronco. Oh, she was a dream, baby. But the fucking choke snap closed in all the impact. I stick open up the choke, get back in the car, start it up, and I got the fuck out of Dodge. Oh my God. It's a wonder. It's a wonder. Listen, I think about what my son's going to go through growing up. I don't even know how you make it through life. I don't know how you do it. I mean, avoiding death. I can't tell you how many times. And I'm not even an adventurous guy. I knew people that were fucking nuts. It follows you when you're young. Death is around every corner. Please. Please, we used to load Jude into a shopping cart and push him into the curb full speed. Full speed. Could have broke his neck. When I tell you the shopping cart used to go flying into the air, flipping. You're talking about 5 kids pushing a shopping cart with a human being in there at full speed. We weren't worried about Jude's well-being. The shopping cart would fly into the air and you would burst out into the type of laughter that you don't even understand. You don't. got one package here. What did you think? It was going to be an exciting show? My fucking knife. Are you serious? Maybe we'll get away with it like this. This is a package from Jared. Jared from, here we go, Riverside, California. Riverside. Package here. It's in an envelope. What's this all about? We got a note here. Dear Bedhead 1000, I wanted to write you because I've enjoyed the many hours that I have watched your show. I originally found your channel a few months ago when I decided to dust off my childhood TurboGrafx 16 with CD and Turbo Duo. Oh man, Jared, you're my kind of guy. Oh, dust it off. Fire it up. Yeah. Is my microphone fucking me tender yet? Sip of coffee for Jared and dusting off that Turbo Duo. Oh, I could just imagine the games. Oh, I get chills. I get chills. What do you got? What kind of games? I am now 40 years old. In the past months, I've modified my Duo for RGB, recapped, and have been enjoying it. Wow, what a pleasure. What a pleasure to have a nice, reliable Duo. Yeah, it feels good. Yep. You know, our buddy hooked us up. Yeah. He hooked us up, man. I have a reliable Turbo Duo R downstairs, and I can't tell you how good it feels. Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice to play. Before, it was like I would turn it on like, what's going to happen today? And, you know, because it would break down at any moment. There is nobody on YouTube that can stand up to your passion and humor about life and video games than yourself. I've watched every video and was with you on your riveting journey of ups, downs, and heartbreaks. It truly was amazing. It truly was an amazing thing to watch unfold, and I anticipate each new video. There have been a few times where I had laughed so hard watching you show that my family has thought I've gone nuts. One memory comes to mind is when you're ranting about the wife's bike in your Fortress of Solitude. So you decided that the snow would be a good nature's kickstand for the bike. I was thinking you were going to gently press the bike down into the snow and keep it propped up, but instead you chucked it outside. I lost my shit. Anyway, did you guys know what happened to that bike? Huh? I had a dip machine. I built like a dip machine out of wood in the backyard. I used it every so often. You know what? The wife thought I never used it because I would come out early in the morning and do a couple dips, you know? Why not? Dips are great. So she's cleaning up the yard one day. She grabs my saw and she cuts it to pieces. And she throws it out. Anyway, I come home. I see my dip machine. I see a pile of wood next to the garbage can. I'm like, what is that? What's that pile of wood? I walk around the backyard. My dip machine's gone. I fucking lost it. I fucking lost it. I went inside. I yelled at her like I never yelled at her before. Then I came outside and I took the grinder and I cut the bike in half. Because she said to me, I cut it up because you weren't using it. And I fucking lost it. I came out there and I cut a bicycle in half and threw it in the garbage. Perfectly cut in half. Right down the middle. Click, click. I took the two pieces. I threw them in the trash. She comes running out of my house. She gets out of the house, gets in my face. Typical fucking white trash backyard. We're in each other's faces, yelling at each other like two fucking umpires. I said I cut it up because you're not using it. And let me tell you something, it's one of the most fucking satisfying things I ever did in my life. Yeah. I gotta buy her a new bike this spring. Anyway, it was worth it. Let me tell you something, it was worth it. Oh, when that grinder blade was sinking into that fucking aluminum, metal, whatever the fuck it is. Oh, the grin. From ear to ear, madman grin. Alright, anyway. I know you don't have time for RPGs, but I don't think you have this one. No spoilers, but it's a ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba. Maybe one day when Google translates I have been playing it, and it's a bit time consuming. Try to make sense. I also include okay. Okay, to the greatest video game channel in the history of human civilization. Yeah. Jared. Thank you, Jared. I love these. I love these letters. I have them all. Yeah. I have a little filing cabinet downstairs. Oh, yeah. Here we go. And now I don't have my blade and we got tape here. What am I going to do? Oh, we got a pin here. What is this? Mr. Landfill? Look at this pin. Mr. 10th Dimensional Art Collective. Follow us on. Mr. Landfill pin. Look at that. Who's that? E.T. from Atari, right? Interesting. I like that. Mr. Landfill. That was my fucking blade. I can't believe it. It's embarrassing. Alright, we'll do it this way. I'm not playing. Okay, do you want to see a sharp meat cleaver? Go somewhere else. No, it's sharp. It cut it. Look at it. Kinda. Yeah. Alright. There we go. Alright, let's open this up. Whoa, look at this. What is this? Oh, we got Hudson Soft. What is going on here? 1995 Hudson Soft. Oh my god, this is criminal. It's just criminal. RPG and Earth Fantasy. Wait. I swear it says an Earth Fantasy Stories. Okay. What's the name of this? He says so on the note. Okay, it's a reproduction by Megabox. What's the name of it? I don't know. Okay. And Earth Fantasy Stories? I don't know. Wow, look at this. Oh my god, PC Engine games that aren't translated. It's going to happen one day. Do you understand? It has to happen one day. We have Google Translate. Right? Can we translate this stuff? We're going to be able to play these RPGs. It's an RPG. Look at the beautiful artwork. I mean, come on. They could have decided to put anything on the cover. Warriors, fighters, anything like that. It's a mother holding a baby. Only in Japan. Only in Japan. It wouldn't have sold here. Do you get it? Oh my god. What do we got to get? Phalanx. We got to get some hillbilly playing a fucking banjo. Look at the artwork. Are you kidding me right now? Oh my god, look at the Super CD label. If that doesn't trip the bone of valve, I don't know what does. You got to examine your life if that doesn't work for you. Oh yeah, look at this. It's amazing. Yeah. And Earth Fantasy Stories. Oh my god, these wonderful RPGs. And I got to tell you, and I mean, you put it in, even if you can't read it, just for the music alone. The majesty of it. The majesty of a new Turbo Duo RPG that you've never seen before. I could just sit there and look at it. Even if I can't understand what's going on, you try to get as far as you can. You take it piece by piece. It's impossible. I know, it's impossible. But, oh my god, that's wonderful. Wow, Jared, thank you very much. Very thoughtful. Very thoughtful. We'll play it. Oh, for sure. Sip of coffee for Jared. Guys, I don't have to tell you that you just tuned into the greatest video game program in the history of human civilization. And you better believe that. With a 4K face! We'll see you next time.